Hello, I'm Stefan. Welcome to OpenClaw in about 3 minutes. OpenClaw is an AI that actually goes off and does things. It runs on your laptop all the time. If something happens that you'd want to know about, it texts you. Tell the lobster what you're working on and it'll keep at it while you sleep. Made by Peter Steinberger, it's open source. You bring your own API keys, which can cost you a few dollars or a few hundred a month, depending on how hard you push it. You install it on your own machine or a private server. There's no SaaS version, and running it for someone else creates security problems no one really wants to solve. It isn't easy to set up either. Given how much of your computer it can touch, it isn't for everyone. It runs on Mac, Linux, and Windows, and it talks to every app you already use. OpenClaw is built by Peter Steinberger, and it took the world by storm. The project went from 0 to hundreds of thousands of users in a couple of months. Technically, it's a small service that runs in the background on your machine, piping a language model of your choice, Claude, GPT, Gemini, whatever you have an API key for, into whatever you want it to do. OpenClaw learns by talking. The way you grow it isn't by installing apps from a marketplace, it's by sitting down with the lobster and having a conversation. Tell it you'd like it to listen to your voice notes, and after a couple of conversations, it has a skill that does exactly that. Ask it to speak back when it calls, and next time the phone rings, it does. OpenClaw updates daily, and the longer you've been having that conversation, the less your agent looks like everyone else's, and the more it looks like yours. OpenClaw works because Peter built 3 things into it. First, the heartbeat. Every half hour, the agent wakes up on its own, checks what you've asked it to watch, and pings you when something needs you, by text, by email, sometimes by calling your phone. Second, the memory. Most AI platforms forget you between sessions. OpenClaw doesn't. The conversation you started Tuesday picks up Wednesday like nothing happened. Third, the soul. Every OpenClaw has a plain text file that holds the character and history of your specific agent. It's what makes your lobster feel like yours, not just anyone's. OpenClaw plugs into the apps you already use: WhatsApp, Telegram, Signal, Slack on the conversation side. And because it lives on your network, it can scan around and find smart devices you didn't even know you had, then connect to them. Anything with an API can be wired in, and once it's wired in, the agent can use it whenever it wants. The lobster emoji is real, and so is the chaos. AIs have been vulnerable to prompt injection attacks for a long time. With OpenClaw running on your machine around the clock and watching your network, that vulnerability now follows you home. There have been real security incidents over the past year, but the stronger models you can plug into OpenClaw today are getting better at spotting the obvious manipulation attempts, and the project is treating the cat and mouse game with the seriousness it deserves. OpenClaw is genuinely usable today, as long as you understand what you're putting on your machine and stay alert to what could go wrong. If OpenClaw feels like too much, here are 2 others that are worth 3 minutes of your time. The first one is Pi. It's the minimalist agent, the one to reach for when you want full control. The second one is Hermes Agent. With its improved memory system, it's taken over a lot of OpenClaw's fans. That's OpenClaw, your personal AI agent, always acting on your behalf.